I started vaping because I thought it was safer than smoking cigarettes. But a few months later, those fruity flavored devices made me very sick. I felt like I had chemical burns in my lungs. I started vaping a little over 4 years ago. I had quit smoking for a year. I believed that vaping was a safe alternative, but about 5 months in to when I had started vaping, I started feeling like I couldn't catch my breath. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep because I would just gasp and gasp and gasp. I would go to the emergency room because I was suffocating and I could not live that way. I was diagnosed with anxiety probably 50 times. Breathing is so important to our quality of life. You don't realize it until you can't breathe anymore. And I wanted to die. About 5 months of going to the ER, I quit. And within 6 months, my symptoms were gone. And then I was like, I wonder if I could vape again. I picked up a vape, and 2 days later, all my symptoms came back. But 10 times worse. It was the gasping, the air hunger, pain, and itching. After a month, I couldn't take it anymore. I went to urgent care. They sent me to the hospital. The doctor there said, "Have you ever had a high-resolution CT scan?" And I said, no. They hospitalized me, and she came in with the results from the CT scan, and she said, "Lucy, we found something." I was diagnosed with something called hypersensitivity pneumonitis, which is a chronic inflammation of the lung tissue. My doctors have said this is most likely from vaping. There's no way to definitively say that this is from vaping. Smokers can get hypersensitivity pneumonitis. People will get it from radiation, mold. But what I know is that this started shortly after I started vaping. When I stopped vaping, it went away. And then it started again when I started vaping again. It's just incredibly painful and it's hard to be alive. Now I have to wear a mask in public. I use a wheelchair when I am in airports or grocery stores. I take a long-term steroid inhaler. I started a medication called azithromycin. It's actually an antibiotic, but it's really good for inflammation. This is something we hope I can be on long term. I'm on 5 milligrams of prednisone a day. Prednisone is a steroid. When people need smoking cessation, there are other ways to get that. There's nicotine gum, patches, pouches. Like a lot of addictions, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. I wouldn't have quit vaping. I had to get seriously ill. I always just tell my story. That's the only thing I can do now to heal, is to try to create meaning out of this. I'm helping people, and I'm gonna turn this into something beautiful and important.
I am seen. Are you?